one of the most healing things that I've ever done in my life is sit with a counseling client. So I would almost say it's a secret, but I talk about it all the time. But when you join together with a counseling client who is there for the purpose of awakening, of healing, of transformation, and you are the two or more gathered in the name and the nature of love, in the name and the nature of Christ, then what happens is miraculous. As long as you can get out of your head and into your heart. When I first entered into the practitioner training, they asked us, please don't take these classes unless you really would like to sit with clients and be a spiritual counselor. And quite honestly, I thought I would pay money not to have to sit with clients, because the idea of listening to somebody tell me their problems is just, I don't want that. There's no part of that that appeals to me at all. But I thought this is the next level of training that they have at Agape. And I can't go to ministerial training without going to this training. And there's no other real classes for me to take. And I'm going to keep taking classes. So I just said, sure, whatever. And I had no intention of seeing clients. But about a year into the program, people started asking me, when you start seeing clients, I'd like to be your client. And I thought, well, I just hope they forget about that. So because I had actually made a deal with God. I said, I'm going to go into this practitioner training, not wanting to see clients, making it very clear to all that is, no, thank you. And I said, but if you send them and they hunt me down and ask me, I will not turn them away. So you can see what happened and look at where I am now. So, you know, when you have a calling, God is relentless. Can we just say that and get an amen here? God is relentless. Yeah. And thank God, God is relentless, right? Imagine if God said, well, not this lifetime, right? So, and God being, of course, infinite intelligence, wisdom, not an old man father figure in the sky. So it's really our own self, of course, that is relentless. Yay. So, so sitting with clients, when I began sitting with clients, I had so little actual training of sitting with a client, hardly any. Which is why in my program, there's a big requirement sitting with clients, so that when folks are certified in my program, they feel confident and they feel qualified, because that's important. That's really important. If you've gone through all this training, you at least would like to feel confident and qualified. I felt confident and qualified, but I still was very insecure. So my confidence was in God. And I felt qualified only because other people had said I was qualified, but I didn't really believe it. I didn't really believe it. So that's why in my programs, we work very much to make sure everybody believes that they're qualified. They believe it by the time they're certified. So everything happens for a good reason. Everything. When I began sitting with clients, there were so many times when I had no idea what to say to them, no idea whatsoever. And so I had to turn to infinite intelligence. I had nowhere else to go. And that was a great training for me, because I never was failed by wisdom itself. I was always given what was needed for the client at the time the client needed it. And that was a great awakening for me to realize I'm never on my own. I'm never stranded. I'm never left without. I'm always provided for. and I can count on that. And so I learned to count on it. And so that was part of my development of trust, which that whole teaching in the manual for teachers of A Course in Miracles is very helpful. And I tell people in my programs, read it every day for a week and then once a week thereafter, because it is so packed with spiritual nutrition, insight, and help. And I also encourage you to read the part in the manual for teachers, who are God's teachers and who are their pupils. So all of that is very helpful in the manual for teachers. When people ask me how to start with A Course in Miracles, I suggest that they start with a clarification of terms and then the manual for teachers before they go anywhere else.